Yeah. It's just it's rough out here. I wish that I could magically figure all this stuff out. But that's just not how stuff works. You know, I've got to go through this the slow way. I've got to unlearn the things I've taught myself. Where, oh, if this girl shows interest in you and pursues, you know, some kind of thing with you, that means that that means that you're good. That means you're a good person, and that means that you are desirable. I can't base it off that, especially on a dating app where the easiest thing to do is compare the people you're seeing to other people and to pick and choose for the exact person that you want. And sure, there are differing levels of like pickiness, but you know, it's no secret that people just swipe on Tinder based on pretty much entirely based on like initial attraction. And then it's only if you see something else that, you know, if you're not attracted to them, but you see something else that interests you, you might, you know, look through the profile and you might end up swiping. You probably won't. It's really about attraction. And so matching with somebody or swiping right on somebody and not matching with them, and it happens constantly. Sure, it can happen for a multitude of reasons. It can happen because maybe they're not active on Tinder. It can happen because maybe they haven't seen your profile yet. It can happen because maybe they accidentally swiped left. But the most likely outcome is that they saw your profile and they swiped left. You know? And that's all you can think about. That's all I can think about. All I can think about is like, man, I saw this really, really attractive person on Tinder and I looked through their profile. I thought it was all cool. They seemed like such a cool, funny person. I feel like we'd get along great, even outside of just a romantic context. Like, it's just like, yeah, I want this person to be in my life. I feel like, or at least I want to, you know, see if they fit well in my life. And then just to never have it happen, you know, all you feel is like things are slipping away from you. Like, oh, all these people that I want to meet and want to talk to, they're slipping away from me. But, you know, all you're doing is presenting yourself with opportunities to fail and opportunities to be rejected. And even if it's not as direct as saying, will you go out with me? And them saying no, even if it's not as direct a rejection, it's almost worse in some ways, where you're just stuck wondering, like, did they like me? Did they not? Did they just not see me? Was it an accident? Like, you're just stuck thinking about all the ways that they might have wanted to swipe on you, but maybe the first picture they saw of you wasn't super accurate to what you feel you look like. And, oh, if they only saw this picture first, I got to reorder all my photos or I got to take new ones. There's just so much, and it's all so much bullshit. It's just so much bullshit. And I mean, hey, I'm still on the app. Let's not cut corners here. I'm still on the goddamn app. So it's not like I'm talking down from the heavens of do not use dating apps. But I would strongly advise against it. I mean, unless you're an extremely secure person or frankly you're a woman, I wouldn't recommend it. Women will actually, that was a bit unfair. If you're a woman, you will get a lot more attention, but it's just because guys are used to pursuing. There are plenty of guys who will fuck anything that talks. And that can be equally as demeaning, to be just constantly objectified. So I shouldn't say that if you're a woman, you will be happy on Tinder. But I feel like there are different struggles, and it's a lot easier for a man to be completely dejected and disappointed and rejected by the use of a dating app than it is for women. That's my personal opinion, and what I've gathered from. Oh man, you fucking creeping! This guy's creeping. But yeah, everybody faces different struggles. You know, some are caused or influenced by sex, and some aren't. Sex meaning male or female, not not intercourse, but that as well. That as well. But yeah, I mean, just the best relationships I had are with people that I meet in person. I don't think I've really gotten. You can absolutely get a meaningful connection from a dating app, but it's harder because the thing is, a lot of the people worth dating probably aren't on Tinder. And that's not to say that if you're on Tinder, you're undateable. That's not to say that at all. But it's more so that, like, you know, if they're worth dating, they're probably either in a relationship right now or they don't care about being in one. And that's kind of just the truth. I mean, I know for me it is. I don't particularly feel I don't feel like a catch. I don't feel like people would be lucky to be around me. I don't know if everybody normally feels like that, to be honest, but you know, I generally I don't feel like I would be very good in a relationship right now. And so I'm kind of just on Tinder to feel like I'm doing something, to feel like I'm moving forward, to feel like I'm keeping my options open, to feel like I have a chance at having something cool or fun with somebody. I don't know. It's really not a great place to find a partner. I don't know why I'm talking about this, to be honest. It's just, you know, it's just what's on my mind. I don't think Tinder is a good thing. Gamifying and preying upon people's desperation or you know, insecurity. Upgrade to gold. See who swiped on you. Why? Ooh, up close and personal. That's the second spider spawner we found. I don't know how making a spider. Ooh, hello. I don't know how making a spider spawner works in this game. Or not a spider spawner, but like turning a spider spawner into like a kill chamber. I don't know how else to say that. Do I not have... Why did I drop the cocoa beans? Josh, why'd you drop the cocoa beans, man? Don't need feathers. Don't really need another saddle, to be honest. All right. Let's all calm down. Will I be able to find my way out of here? I don't really know. Man, there's something in my... Okay, that sucks. There's like something in my throat. Something dry. It's really taking me for a ride right now. But yeah. Hookup culture is a funny thing. I think it's something I've learned is that there's always a healthy way to do something for the most part. You know, it can really apply to anything. There's a healthy way to do drugs. There's a healthy way to have sex. There's a healthy way to eat pasta. That's my laundry timer. They're healthy. Just about anything is healthy in moderation. You know, drinking gasoline, maybe not. But, you know, a lot of things can fall into that category where it's like, as long as you don't get too crazy with it, it's fine. You know, I think that, you know, it's not really drugs or alcohol that are problems on their own. It's the excessive use of them and the abuse of them. Same could be said for guns, but that's a bit more debatable. I'm not here to get into political stuff. I don't think that anybody really needs to own a gun. And I understand that they're kind of cool, but also, you know, considering what they are meant for, it's a little bit. Yeah. How's that working out for you, man? How did that work out for you? You got me. You almost got me. You almost had me there. What a bozo. But yeah, my point is, hookup culture is the kind of thing where people say, no, it's bad, or oh yeah, it's good. Especially if you just get out of a breakup, they're like, oh, to get over him, you gotta get under this guy. You gotta get under somebody else. And I always thought that phrase was so funny because it's just so nasty. Like, I'm all for hookup culture. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, to get over, you got to get under. Like, that's just like a nasty string of words. Okay, come on. Can we chill? Can we chill? What, oh my God. Look at how low my armor already is. It's fine. I have a lot of iron. It's not that deep. What am I? I get owned. Hookup culture is the kind of thing where you have to do it right. It's if you the key is to not have any expectations. If you're in your hoe phase, you're in your hoe era, and you want to go out and you want to get laid, and maybe you've had a good amount of casual sex in the past, and you feel confident in your abilities, you feel confident in your level of attraction, you feel confident in your ability to talk to people, and maybe you feel good about all those things. But if you go in expecting to succeed and then you don't, well, you're going to start to just question all those things, regardless of whether or not you should. Sure, it's possible to be overconfident, and it's certainly possible to be underconfident. How do you know how confident to be? Well, you really don't. And that's where it comes to, you just need to accept things as they are. In some cases, obviously there are things that you should question and challenge. There's always that. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna go out with your okay, buddy. If you're gonna go out with your friends, man, I need to get rid of this thing in my throat. It's really fucking with me. I just need to drink some water or something. Where's my water bottle? Can I bring that? Man. Okay, I'm back. Alright, as I was saying, if you're going out for a night on the town with your boys and girls and and your fancy twirls, I don't know, going out with your friends, and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna flip in laid tonight, and then you don't, or maybe you talk to some people and it just doesn't go your way. Maybe you even, compare yourself to someone else and you're like, oh, this person is less attractive than me, I think it'll be easy. I'm sandbagging right now. And maybe they're just not into you, or maybe you're wrong, or maybe, millions of things could be, not millions, let's not get crazy, but there could be a lot of reasons why, for whatever reason, they just weren't interested. And that can make you feel really, really shitty about yourself for no real good reason. I mean, you for real might have just gotten unlucky that night. You might have just talked to people who are, you don't know what anyone is thinking or going through. And all you're going to think is the worst. And all you're going to think they think is the worst of you. And why would you want to do things where you just feel like people don't want you? Why would you want to intentionally make yourself feel so unwanted? And that's where you just have to have no expectations. If you go into having a night out with your friends as having a night out with your friends while being open to having bombastic sex, and then you don't have bombastic sex, and you're like, all right, I had a good night with my friends, no problem. And if you do have bombastic sex, you're like, hell yeah, brother, give me some skin, stab me the fuck up. And I think that's the key. And I'm not there. I don't think it's a lot easier said than done. Let's not ignore that fact. And, you know, I would love to not care. But the fact is, you know, there are people in my life where I'm like, where I, you know, want their approval. And it's not for any good reason other than I feel like I could get it. And, you know, if I don't get it, then I'll be like, I'll just feel like, oh, well, then what's wrong with me? I should have gotten it. But it's just not a healthy way to view people. And it's not a healthy way to view yourself. And that's all I've found. So, you know, hookup culture is not a problem in and of itself. It's only when you start to expect things that things get hairy, rough, and not fun. Really not fun.